Hey everybody, Mr. Cinema Junkie. Monkey. Okay, that was the weirdest intro I've ever done, and I'll never do that again, I promise. I just got geeked up on cake. My mother bought a cake from Roser's Bakery, Chicago's finest. When you're in Chicago, gotta have Roser's. Anyways, did a little running around today. Mom wanted me to pick up a cake, and it was terrible weather. And I went out on a day that the bus that I needed to get to come home wasn't running, so I got stuck out in the cold. It wasn't snowing too fierce, and it was 31 degrees, but it wasn't that cold really. It didn't feel that cold. There wasn't a lot of wind and you know, biting, freezing cold that I felt. It was mild in my opinion, and I think it's because it was snowing a little bit. It kind of broke like a fever in reverse, if that makes any sense. But before I uh, before I went to pick up the cake, I stopped at a couple of places. I went to the Exchange again. I love that place. It's really cool. Just wish I had more money to throw around. Um, and I don't. Maybe next time I come out, I'll come out with my pockets loaded. But for now, made good use of a few of the dollar DVD selections, and I got a few that weren't dollar DVDs. I think I got a total of one, two, three, four. I got $4 DVDs, one 250 DVD, and a $5 DVD. The $5 DVD was really pushing it for me because I was really major budgeted. But once I got the 250 DVD, it was like it didn't make sense to walk out of there without the $5 DVD, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. But first off, in the $1 selection, I got Don't Say a Word. It's got Michael Douglas and that chick who just died. What was her name? I always forget her name, man. Huh. Anybody out there know the name? Brittany Murphy. Why can't I remember her name? I don't know. And I actually like that girl. I think she's kind of cute, but, well, was cute. Anyways, this is one of those movies I'd seen like a dozen times at Blockbuster when I was like perusing through their video selections, and I said, wow, this sounds pretty intriguing. Sounds pretty cool. Let's not get it. I don't know why. And I always told myself I was going to grab it. I've seen it for like $5. I've seen it for $2. Today I saw it for $1, and I'm like, sold! So I grabbed that sucker. Next up is my least favorite of the franchise. This is a franchise movie. My least favorite of it, but if you've been watching the other updates, you'll see that I got part 2 first, got part 1 second, and now I've got part 3, Final Destination. This is my least favorite of them, and the ironic thing is that my son Nathan, who loves these movies, said this one is his favorite. But in my opinion, the characters in here, you don't care if they die. You want them to die. Especially that ratty little sister that just keeps walking around being a real bitch to everybody. You just can't wait for her to get totaled. You want her to get it the worst. The kill scenes are okay. The engine in the back of the head, I believe that was in this one. That was pretty impressive. Um, the staple gun, the nail gun death scene was pretty cool. Yeah, it was all right. So I mean, like I said, it's like my least favorite, but it's watchable. I just didn't care for the ending of it. If anybody's seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, I won't give it away in case you want to see it. I just watched part 2 of this movie on Stars on cable. They have this free thing going on for the weekend. So it got me in the mood for it. Not the greatest movie in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but for $1, it's damn well worth it. I got Blade, Wesley Snipes. I understand he's a black, half vampire, half human daywalker type dude, but because he's black, does that automatically mean that the whole soundtrack has to be hip-hop-ish? Couldn't it just be like Seven Dust? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to get into a tangent about that crap. And the last dollar DVD I got was a favorite of mine. Tried to walk out of there with a little chopsaki action. This wasn't really chopsaki. This is more of a period piece. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I actually like this movie. It was rumored that Jet Li was supposed to play the lead in this, and then he turned it down for something else. So it's not bad. Chow Yun Fat took over the role and did a good job. Did a really good job. A lot of action, a lot of wire tricks, that kind of stuff. Well, here's my $5 and $2.50 DVDs. Yeah, I'll just show you what in order. This was the $5 DVD because I found part 2 here for $2.50. I grabbed part 2 and I'm like, I'll see if I find part 1 later. But then I was like, I'm already here. Let me see if they got it here. And like I said, $5 was pushing my limit a little bit. I was kind of like, eh. I could have got them both on a double DVD set from Walmart for about $13. The only thing that would have been better is that they would have been brand new. But by doing it this way, buying them separate at this place, I saved some coin. Paid a total of $7.50 for the two of them. And here it is. One of my all-time favorite pandemic movies. I guess you call it a pandemic movie. I'm not sure. But it's a disease movie. It's not a zombie movie like people say it is. Not from what I see of it. 28 days later, baby. 28 days later. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's just awesome fun. Danny Boyle is, he's done some pretty good movies, man. Trainspotting was another one that I liked of his. And of course, like I just mentioned, part 2 was $2.50. Saw that up there, so 28 weeks later. Which wasn't as good as part 1, but definitely worth the watch. And if you have part 1, it makes sense to have part 2, especially of this movie. Now, I had gotten some for $1 each, and I put them back just to save a little money to put towards the $5 DVD. And those two that I got were Terminator 2 and Terminator 3. Now, there's very few things that'll make me say, I'm not getting that movie. I'm not going to get it for $1. Not even for $1, I'm not going to get it. Push comes to shove, or just got nothing better to do, nothing better to spend the money on. Yeah, what's $1, right? It ain't nothing. So some places you can't even get a candy bar for $1 anymore. So getting a DVD for $1 isn't bad. But when you're faced with a decision, this movie or that movie, then what do you base the option on? The price? Not always. Not for me. For me, it's am I getting what I want for the money that I'm spending? So one of those was a 2-disc special edition, Rise of the Machines, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. The problem was it was a full screen edition. Now, I don't see what's so special about an edition. I don't care how many discs it has in it if you can't get it in widescreen. I prefer widescreen. I can't say I always have. I remember the first time I saw a widescreen presentation, I didn't understand what that was about. And I thought part of the movie was being cut off. I'm like, man, don't tell me the movie's like this throughout the whole thing, that little black bar on the top and on the bottom. I didn't know that was, I didn't think that was a normal presentation. It took me a little while to get used to that. Now I don't even notice those black bars. In fact, if I don't see the black bars, I feel like I'm getting cheated out of widescreen. But now full screen doesn't do it for me anymore. That square picture, it does not do it for me anymore. It just looks cheap. So, yeah, that's what I based my decision on. I put back Terminator 2 and Terminator 3 because Terminator 3 was a 2-disc special edition, but it was full screen. Put it back. Just like I put the other one back, Live Free or Die Hard. I put that back because it was a full screen edition. I guess that's why it was $1. So, while I was there, I went looking around. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, there's one more here. I goofed. I goofed. There's one more I got that was $2.50. And this is just fun. Fun. Hyper-violence type fun. Shoot 'em up. First time I saw this movie, I just thought it was great. Funny, goofy, over the top. That's good. As John from the Flick Pick says, a good popcorn movie. That's what this is. This is a good popcorn movie. It doesn't take a whole lot of thought. It just is what it is. You just take it for what it's worth. And this is just a blast. No pun intended. While I was there at the exchange, I went looking through their games, and I actually found Xbox games, regular Xbox, not 360, but Xbox games for $1. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do $1 Xbox game. You know it. So I got Dead to Rights. I haven't had this since I first owned an Xbox. And I didn't play it that much when I had it, so this will be a nice chance to catch up on this. And one of my favorite... excuse me. I'm tired, man. One of my favorite shooter games, Unreal Championship. I prefer Quake, but Unreal Championship is cool. And like I said, for $1, hey man, can't beat that at all. And then I got two 250 games. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but I'm a fan of the series, so I'm really willing to check it out. It's a Medal of Honor, Rising Sun. I figured it'd be along the lines of, well, any good World War II movie, you know, Sands of Iwo Jima or something like that. So I'm all about the first-person shooter games. I love FPS games. Can't talk. And then I saw this one, and I'm like, I don't even know if I've ever played it or not, but you know what? Anyone who knows me knows that I am a fan of the Batman. Batman Begins looks very slick, very cool. I'm all about it, man. Just if nothing else, it's something to add to the Batman shelf. I'm gonna make a Batman shelf. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of hard pressed as to whether I'm gonna add the Batman movies, you know, from the 80s and 90s kind of era. I didn't really like those too much. But yeah, so those are the games I got. And then I was going on, you'll see it in my video later, I have a little travel video that I'm putting together. I talked about how if a crackhead doesn't have money, he'll find a way to get his crack. He'll still get his crack. He'll get his fix. Any junkie will get their fix, even if they don't have the cash for it. I was running on broke after buying all this. I was like, okay, my limit has been exceeded by about $2. Can't do it no more. I've got a mission that I have to be on. I have to go pick up a cake. I have to go pick up some bread. I need to get my butt on the bus and get back home before my brother leaves for work. And then I passed by Cash America. And this junkie went and got his fix. And boy, I'm kind of ashamed I did it, because show some self-control, man. Come on. That's what separates us from the animals. But anyone who knows the thrill of buying DVDs and collecting them and finding like the right DVD at the right price knows what I'm talking about. So anyways, they had their DVDs $2.99 a piece, but they knocked them down to $1.99 a piece. I don't know when they started doing that at Cash America, but this one was $1.99 a piece. And for $1.99, I didn't think this was a bad movie at all. I liked it. It's basic. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson. You might remember them from Pulp Fiction. But here they are again in a military movie. It was pretty cool. I liked it. And then I saw this and definitely had to grab it. The 36th Chamber of Shaolin with Gordon Liu. Boss. And I have the backing card, the back card. I forgot what they call those things. Those cards I got from Blockbuster. You remember that video, right? But I saw this and I was like, hey, I got the card for this. Might as well get the movie, right? Never seen it before. Echo, the Echo. Never seen it. It's supposed to be like a ghost story or something. I don't know. But it looks kind of neat. I'll give it a shot. The difference between, and I mentioned this in the video that I'm going to be putting together later, the difference between Cash America and a crack dealer is that the crack dealer will barter with you a little bit. If you've got $7, no. Mm-hmm. It's okay, Mom. No. I'm recording. That was my mother. I actually told her I was coming in here to do a video. I asked her if she was coming in here for any reason. I guess she forgot. Anyways, the woman gave me life. What do you want me to do? I'll cut her some slack. But like I was saying, Cash America and the crack dealer, big difference between those two is that the crack dealer will barter. He'll bargain with you. If you've got like, I meant to say if you wanted three $10 rocks and you've got $25 on you, you'll get three $10 rocks. It's supposed to be $30, but you say, hey man, can you do 3 for 25? He'll do 3 for 25. Just get rid of them. Usually. These guys, I got three $2 movies, and I say, hey, can you do 3 for 5? And the guy's like, I don't think they're going to come down on the price, man. I'll see what I can do. It's $1. Come on, dude. I'm sure looking at me, he probably said, it's $1. What's the big deal? But, you know, it always makes you feel good when you go into these places and you can talk them down just a little bit. You know, it makes you feel kind of triumphant when you go get three $2 movies for $5. That's pretty neat. But nah, he actually came out and quoted the price to me. They're $1.99 each, man. Like, do the math, dude. All right, man. Chill, dude. It's all right. I got the money. I didn't. But anyways, long story short, I got the movies. So that's my little stack of video games and movies that I got today, and yeah, it was fun for the most part going out today. And this is my first official video where I've broken 15 minutes because I've been okayed for the 15-minute, in excess of 15 minutes, but I haven't used it yet. Everything's been under 15 minutes. So this is the first official one that's more than 15 minutes, and you're all here for it. So thank you once again for watching, and thanks for, saying hi to my mom. She's a sweet lady. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you all, and have a pleasant weekend.